Okay, let's see if we are live here. Do you guys see? That's weird. Do you see it on? Here we go. Yes, we are live. Great, it is working. Wonderful. Okay, guys, this is really experimental. Ryan here. Right now, we are live streaming a webinar through OBS Studio. You got GoToMeeting running, all kinds of weird stuff going on with this setup. And we're doing this at 10:30 in the morning because we know a lot can go wrong. I have Brendan Rendo out of Next Home Realty in Orlando, right, Brendan?
Yeah, morning, Ryan.
Yep. And Brendan's been, he hit me up last week and said, hey, I've got this cool 360 real estate camera approach, and we've been talking about it. And I said, why don't we throw together some slides and just do a webinar and show it to people. And then it evolved into me going absolutely nuts with this live webinar idea. So Brendan's graciously agreed to be the guinea pig. So,
As always.
as always, so we're gonna jump right into the content here, guys. If you could do me a favor, this is experimental. Could you, if you're watching this, could you share this on your real estate Facebook page or your personal profile? It's gonna be good content, and could you go ahead and hit the share button here on Facebook? Just share this live broadcast. Really appreciate it, and then we'll jump right in. The topic today is how to create and promote your own 360 real estate tours. We have Brendan here. We're not going to do any fluff. He's a real estate agent. I'm a real estate agent. You guys are all agents or brokers. He's out of Orlando. And Brendan, you also have access or a license for a new 360 video tour platform.
Correct.
That's the point. Called Feel
Correct.
Estate.
Yeah, we are the distributors for Feel Estate. It is a virtual tour company out of Germany that works hand in hand with the Ricoh Theta S and SC 360 cameras. Great product, absolutely fantastic product.
Great. I'm going to cut the audio here, right? Where do I do that? Here we go. Okay, and
Down in your right hand.
yep, so here's an example tour. I was playing with this more last night. It's really cool. Cool stuff. It's very interactive. You can jump from room to room, right? See?
Mhm.
And things are going to be slightly
Yeah, you
slower.
got a couple different ways.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a couple different ways to get around. You have the menu system with the pictures below, but then you also have what we call hotspots, which you'll see that is actually Luke, Luke, the Next Home mascot. And if you just have one of those, that will open up for you as well, and jumps you room to room.
Gotcha. And things are going to be slow, Brendan, because I have about 8
How to-
different video applications running on my computer. But usually, when I did this not on the live here, it was very smooth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It really does run very smooth. Give you a little background. The reason why we decided on this one is my associate Warren Gagne was looking to open up a new branch, chose Next Home, and one of the things we always try to be cutting edge for real estate, and we're actually looking at the Matterport system. Great system. Everyone knows it works very well, but when you're starting up a new company, that initial cost of the camera of roughly anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 was a hard one to swallow when he was opening up the office. So I did some heavy investigating and said, whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute. I got one where the investment for the camera is roughly $300 to $350, and the hosting of the tours for 3 tours is only $45 a month. So all of a sudden it became very cost effective. So took the risk, tried it out, and absolutely fell in love with it. And we are using that for every single listing we have now.
Yep, so we'll get into the platform itself. I wanted to get it up on the screen, an example tour, and figure we'll run through some slides here, just talk about a little bit more about the why behind we want to be doing these, and I'll let you talk as I roll through slides. But basically, 360 tours are the next frontier, right? Everybody's going to be doing this?
Okay. Everyone's going to be doing this. You look at everything marketing wise, everything you see Christmas wise, a lot of the virtual reality stuff is coming out now, and the technology is actually there today to where you should be using this with every listing you have.
Yeah, you said virtual reality. This also works with the VRs that are coming out, right? The kind of they're primitive still, but
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
If
so
you've got a if you get a Samsung camera, they give you the VR glasses now. You can utilize it in the with the glasses, and it's really cool. Like I showed it to my 8-year-old twins, and they thought it was awesome.
yeah yeah
They didn't want to take the glasses off.
yeah yeah.
You
My
really
kids
feel
love
like
it
you're
too.
inside the house.
Yep. So bottom line is, if you're a serious listing agent, you need to be doing this. People are probably going to start asking for it, especially at the higher end of the market, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's going to give you a competitive edge. You've generated buyer leads, you told me, right? You wanted to talk a little bit about the experiences you've had there.
Yeah. It, it it's helped us with buyer leads where we've had the home advertised. What Warren has done is he keeps the link to the tour on his phone. Someone calls, he immediately texts them the tour, and they can actually, it shows up beautifully on a cell phone. And the people are just absolutely amazed. And he picked up 3 buyers from one listing because of it.
I
Because
think
no one else has it. They're like, wow, can you show us some other houses? This is one of the most amazing thing we've ever seen. It has worked fantastic. He actually, one of his closings, the husband and wife, the husband saw it, the wife didn't get a chance, so he actually shot the tour for him,
right.
sent it to the wife, and the wife was like, yep, that's it, that's what I want. Let's move forward.
Gotcha. I just dropped it in the comments below the post here on my personal profile, the link to the tour. So if anyone wants to check it out mobile, they can do that as well.
Yep.
So great for
You'll
closing.
love it on the phone. The phone's fantastic.
Yeah. So it's great for closing listing appointments. Kind of goes without saying. I'm going to go quick here, Brendan. I don't want to bore people with the nitty gritty. I think a lot of people kind of get the value prop here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Matterport's kind of expensive, right? I was shocked. I've never actually done one. You said they're about $4,500. Is that always, or is that at the high end?
That's for the camera. That's the investment for the camera itself.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Once you take the picture, my understanding is there's a processing fee. I think it's like $19.95. Then you've got the hosting fee on top of that, which I believe is another $10 to $15 roughly. So when you start breaking it down, the cost per tour gets expensive. What we've actually seen is some brokers who are purchasing the Matterport are actually charging their agents to use it, $100, $150. So they've got to recoup that cost somewhere.
Gotcha.
Our system, you don't. I mean, you got a broker $350. The camera's about the size of a little bit smaller actually than your cell phone. It's so small.
Cool. So we'll take a look at that in a second. Matterport's also time consuming, right? And the bottom line is the technology has improved. And at this point, you can do unlimited tours yourself, Brendan. And your expense has been the cost of the camera and the small monthly fee for Feel Estate, the hosting.
And the small, yeah. And that's it. I mean, when you start getting up into, got 3 different packages, one for up to 3 tours active. Okay, you can actually have more tours on there, but if you have 3 active, that's an initial break. Then up to 10 active, then up to 25 active. So your cost drops on hosting to under $10 per tour.
Gotcha.
And which, think about it, that's pretty amazing. And I can shoot an entire house, quite honestly, about a 3,000 square foot house in 20 to 30 minutes.
That's great. Great. So the cost is, we're going to show the camera here on the screen in a second. So the initial investment in the camera, a tripod, right, and the software.
Yep.
And this is the camera you're using. Do I have it right on the screen?
Yeah, I've got the Theta S, the black one.
Gotcha. And you were saying that this is kind of like holding a cell phone. It's not cumbersome to carry around.
It is. It's super small.
Cool. And any tripod will work. And then there's this, I guess anybody could look. I went and looked. There it is. You use an app on the phone with the camera called the Theta HDR app. And if you just go to the Google Play Store or probably the iPhone, whatever they call that store, the App Store, you can go get this for free, right?
Yep. You download the software. Once you have the software, you're going to set up. We actually provide a 14-day trial version of the software if you want to try it out first. It's but very easy, very simple to use. The phone and the camera work together through Wi-Fi. You take your pictures. The HDR gives you the very high quality pictures. So your pictures are, quite honestly, pretty much the same quality as a Matterport is going to be.
So, question comes to mind: if you go and shoot the house with this camera, you don't have to do separate pictures then for the house. You kind of hit two birds with one stone, or are you going to want to do them separate?
You're going to want to do them separate at this time.
Okay.
We're actually working on the ability to cut the pictures out.
Yeah.
And that is actually coming on the road.
Okay. All right. So
it's
taking
because it's a little different. You're taking an actual panoramic picture.
Yeah, my hacky self would probably go take the tour, and then I would be screen capturing the different and throwing them on the MLS. But I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. All right. So taking the pictures, you said a 3,000 square foot house in 20 to 30 minutes, and you're just throwing a tripod in the room and spinning it around. Do I have that right?
You don't even have to spin it around because the camera has lenses on both sides of it. You're just putting it in the room, stepping out of the room, hit your phone, and it takes the pictures for you.
Gotcha.
And then you actually see the picture on the phone. You can spin it around there if you want to.
Cool. Okay. And then stitching at the office, what's that mean? So 30 minutes at the office. What's the process there? Is it complicated?
What? No, not at all. I can actually show you. Let me show you. Can I show you my screen?
Yeah. See if you can take it. If you can't take it, I can try to give it to you.
Screen for me, mother.
Here, I'll stop sharing mine. See if it'll let you take it now.
Okay.
All right, just bear with us. I gotta make Brendan the presenter here. That's on me. There we go.
Okay.
And you should have it here in a second, and then it'll come back up on the screen. Are you able to share the screen now?
Let's see. Can you see?
So you're the presenter.
It says start sharing my screen.
Yep.
Let's see. It says on air showing screen.
Okay, you are. Okay.
I don't see it. Can you see it?
No, not yet. Go ahead and redo it. Now I can see it. So it just took a minute here. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Okay. This is the actual inside the application.
Okay.
Here. Okay, the CMS software. And this is one of the properties that I took ID, which is 601 Popular Loop. Okay? When you go in to edit it, it's really step-by-step process. First, you're going to put in your basic information like you have here. You can actually add information about the house. I always add my MLS description. Then you have your simple upload process, which you do from your phone into the software. You name the images. You actually have blurring so that, like in the bathrooms where you might have a mirror and you got the tripod, you can blur out the tripod.
Gotcha.
And Then you can set your image order. Real easy to move around. If you want to move this one over here, you just drag and drop everything. If you want to get real fancy, you can actually break it up into floors. If you got a 2-story house, this happens to be a 3-story townhome. So what I did is the main floor, third floor, first floor, and the exterior.
Okay.
And then connecting the images. This is really the main part. And all you do is say I wanted to put a picture somewhere. Take, drag. You can drop your own logo in there. Tell them which picture you want to put there.
Cool.
We're dragging a little bit with all this everything around it.
Yep. Yeah, that's to be expected. We're doing a lot here with the virtual tour itself, the 360 tour itself, on top of all the tech we have running with GoToWebinar and stuff. So.
Yeah. Remind me to hardwire next time. All right, so you've got your picture in. Now, one nice thing that's really nice is you can set your orientation of the picture. So when I want, which direction when they go to the next picture do you want them to face? Okay, so you can actually turn it around and set the orientation on which way you want them to go. Then all you do is you click save, and the picture is saved, and you'll see a new hotspot.
Cool. Yep.
Okay, that's it. I mean, that's how difficult it is.
Okay.
You really just follow the processes along. One thing you can do that's really nice is you can set up what's called access controls, so that you want the person to maybe look at the first 4 or 5 pictures, but then you want to capture their information as a lead source. So now, to get into the next picture, they've got to register with you, and you've just captured their information for this house. Okay?
That's cool.
So with publishing,
can we repeat that? Wait, because I'm a lead gen guy, so that makes me a little excited. You just said that at a certain stage in the tour that you can stop things and make them give contact info to see the rest of the tour?
Correct. Fantastic way. You get them in. One thing we've learned is start in the inside of the house, the best picture of the house. You know, this house happens to be the kitchen. Start them there, get them walking around, and then lock them down. You know, capture their information. What it then does when you're publishing it comes up. You have a couple different formats. You've got the full screen, so you've got a web page for each one. Okay, it gives you, if you want to embed it. Give you an example. I happen to use Listings Delete for my single property web pages. And if you want to see what one of those looks like, this is my tour embedded into a single property web page.
Okay.
Very simple to do.
I don't see it.
Any type of like WordPress, anything like that, it's very easy to do.
I actually don't see that, so I'll bring up that tour. Was it supposed to come up on the screen?
Yeah, maybe, again, our delay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a great feature, Kyle. Thanks for commenting.
Different embed codes. Then you get different embed codes as well. It has an unbranded tour, so now you can put this in the MLS. All right. So it gives you a lot of different things, and then statistically, which is always important for everybody, is it will give you statistics on the tour. You know, how many people have opened it, number of views by picture, where are people looking? You can tell, are they getting through the house?
This is really
very good. very good statistics.
So that's really interesting because you just said it has lead capture. So my mind immediately goes to Facebook and maybe even Google pay-per-click, driving traffic straight to one of these tours. You get 3 to 5 of them made, and then you see which ones generate the most leads and which ones get the most engagement. And then you could scale you can scale entire real estate lead gen funnels around the one tour.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's cool. Yep.
Yep.
And the neatest part is
one thing I do.
Sorry.
One thing I do with Facebook. Sorry. What's that?
I'm sorry. I'm getting excited, so talking out of turn. But the coolest part here in the background is that we're actually doing a really good job for the client, right? So you can generate leads at the same time, but you're promoting the heck out of the listing. So, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you send this to people, you know, their eyes light up. Their reaction is like, "Wow, that's amazing," you know. And it's so simple to use. I mean, we've had it almost 3 months now, and I don't think we've ever called for support. I mean, once you get it, you get it. You know, one of the things you know we're doing is we're using it on for sale by owners. We get our foot in the door on for sale by owners. You know, offered to go in and do a free 360 tour of their home, and they're like, free? I'm like, yeah. Get you in the door, get you to start building that relationship with those for sale by owners, so that when they're ready to convert over because they haven't sold their house, you know, you've got them.
Plus, you're going to use it to generate buyer leads anyway, so it's not time wasted if they don't list with you.
Exactly, because you've got the capture now. So again, you can use the Google pay-per-click, use Facebook ads. You know, you're promoting a for sale by owner, but you know, when they click through and they fill out that information, you've got them.
Cool. Okay. Anything else? I mean, I had some other points on the slides. If you want me to take the camera back.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. Let's go here. Show my screen.
Hey, we're getting pretty good at this.
Yeah, it's working out okay, surprisingly. Guys, just while we have a break here, if you could, share this with your real estate fan page on your personal profile. I really appreciate it. This is a very experimental process. Not only is the 360 tour thing we're talking about here really cutting edge, but we are broadcasting a webinar live directly to my personal profile. And what I want to see is how viral it can go. And also, I want to mention that this whole process is something you could be executing in your own real estate practice. There are a lot of different possible things you could do with the same process we're doing now. So please, you know, on a like an inception kind of level, think about, you know, the overlaying process. And Brendan, thank you again for participating in this.
Oh, I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. So let's go back to the slides here.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll mention the pricing really quick. I don't want to pitch your real estate hard. I think anybody who sees the value is going to want to buy it anyway. But that's your pricing on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And some of the features, the lead capture after a certain time. You set the time, right?
Yep.
Name, email, phone. There are now. You said APIs for integration. Is that something that's coming down the road, or can people shoot those leads into other platforms right now?
If you're familiar with API, you should be able to do it fairly easily. That's something we're going to be working with our people on the top ones. You know, that's something. Again, we'll develop it, but if someone has the API, they can integrate it fairly easily.
So get your geek to set it up for you, Brendan. I highly recommend you guys just start at Zapier, because you know, bridge to there, and then everybody will be able to push into their CRMs for the most part.
Yep.
Let's see. You can brand it to you or not. That's an important thing. So you can have unbranded tours for the MLS. Team capable, meaning you can just share the account with the whole office. You're okay with that as the...
Yeah, we have that capability so that if you've got a team of 3 or 4 and you want to highlight someone to a certain tour, you have that capability.
Cool. Ron saying this is great. I have the camera. Thank you, Ron, and everybody watching for the comments. Dutch, you got the replay, man, or just keep an eye on my Facebook page. It'll be up here live forever, but I'll send it over to you. Let's see. Built-in analytics, you showed that, right? Which picture gets viewed the most, views by location, average visit duration. Embeddable, exciting. Multiple floors in one tour. Upload floor plans. Talk about that and what you've been thinking about with respect to builders.
With that, if you have the floor plan from a builder, you can actually upload it, and then within the floor plan, it'll be up in the right hand corner of the tour. Is you can highlight where each of the camera locations is. So it gives you another way to work around the which photograph you're going to be looking at. But it helps people with orientations. Okay, I'm on the first floor, I'm in the family room, and I'm standing back. You know, I can figure I'm standing back about 10 feet looking into the kitchen, so this is the view from there. Real easy to do.
Cool.
It's interesting because where the company's based out of, every house has to have a floor plan.
Oh.
When they sell them. Which I didn't know that.
In Germany?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. They
couldn't understand that we don't do floor plans. Like, no one keeps their floor plans.
So I'm going to try this later. It's been sitting here. I'll be honest, I haven't used it, but I have one of those virtual reality things that's from Samsung. So that's a really cool.
Love
it. Okay. So
I got mine right here. And when you put it on, and the first time you walk through a house, you know, that's it, right? Oh, right there.
Yeah.
My set. You just take it, you know, drop the phone in. I haven't used it in a while either myself. But you drop the phone in, there you go. Phone just goes in here, close it up, put it on, and what it is actually, it kind of splits the images, so your eyes make it look like it's right in front of you, and it really is an amazing thing when you start doing it. And I can see, again, this is where technology is going to go. People are going to start shopping for homes. You know, we're here in Orlando, so you're Florida too. We get so many out-of-state people from Europe, people from England, South America. You know, being able to send this to them, they can actually get a real feel for the house walking through it before they even step off the plane in Orlando.
Yeah, this is going to be it. And buyers, it's not here yet, but in the next 5 years, buyers are going to say, hey, do you have a virtual, where's the link to the virtual so I can put the thing on my face and walk through?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think it'll be, I honestly think it'll be within the next couple of years. The technology is advancing so quickly.
Cool. So let's jump into marketing, possible outside of the box uses. The single property page you showed up on the screen before. You talked about builders. So you could approach builders and offer to do this for them. FSBOs,
definitely.
FSBOs expireds. So, did your agent do this?
Yeah. 99% going to say no.
Yep. Out-of-town buyers, you just touched on. Property managers, talk a little bit about that.
What's the biggest pain in the butt with rental properties? Trying to get your renter to allow you in to show the house, right? So what do? As a property manager, you go and take a pic, you go and shoot the whole thing before you list it. Now, the investors, the people looking at the property can walk through it, and you're not going to disrupt your renters nearly as much, because people are going to have a better feel for the house, whether or not they're really interested in a house. I mean, biggest complaint I get from my clients, quite honestly, is the photos either really made the house look fantastic, or the house didn't live up to the photos. There's a lot less line in the photography in the 360 format than in the normal photography. You know, you can shoot it at that certain angle and you hide that, you know, hole in the wall. You know, here you can't hide anything. You know, you're looking around the whole room. No more hiding.
Yeah, I love this property manager thing, and anybody with an income property, you know, 2 to 4, 6, 10, even higher commercial, that is the challenge, is getting showings for the darn property. This solves that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's almost required if you're going to be listening.
I think as a property manager, before people move in, you go in, you take a record of your property in full 360. So you know, it's not just one little corner. You're doing the whole room. So now when it's time for them to move out, you've got a full 360 tour. This is what the place looked like before you move in. This is what it looks like now. How are they going to lie to you? They can't.
Right. Great. So it's a great tool there, and you'll get a return on your investment just in being able to justify stealing people's security deposits. I'm just kidding. All right.
Exactly.
It's real.
You think about it. You go to sit down with them, and they're like, oh, but we did this. It's like, no, you didn't. Here's the photo. You know, and it's the full room. You know, it just protection. You know, really is a protection for the property manager.
Yep. So next thing I have here is real estate porn. I could see building a whole fan page around these 360 tours locally and having an amazing amount of organic traffic flowing through that fan page. I mean, This is just sexy stuff. If you just launched a fan page today, 360 Orlando real estate tours, and drove a little traffic at it, it should go viral.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. No technical skills needed at all. How to get started. I'm going to do a hardcore pitch here because, you know, I feel like being really hypey. So go get it if you want it. That's it. So Brendan.
You want to put a discount code in there?
Yeah, if you have a code or anything you want to give people, that's fine. They can get a 14-day trial of the Feel Estate platform. It's usa.feelestate.com. You're just launching in the States, right? So anybody watching this right now, guys,
correct.
This is a well-established platform in Germany, but you may see, I'm just going to let them know, that you may see like some German here and there in the dashboard.
Yes, you may. You may. We're working on everything. This is really our pre-launch. Our launch is really the first of the year. We're working on, you know, like anything, you work out a few bugs here and there. But overall, the system works fantastic. I think we have shot close to 20 tours now, something like that. And I'll tell you what, if you're a broker, you want to recruit, my associate Warren actually got, three agents, because his whole pitch was, we have 360 tours and it's free. You know, this is part of the service I provide you as a broker now.
Gotcha. People are going to ask, what's your phone number? Do you mind people calling you? Because I think people are going to want to ask you questions. What's the phone number they can reach you at?
407 512 5929.
Okay, and then your email. That's probably preferable, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Brendan, BRENDEN, at feelestateUSA.com.
Okay, cool.
And tell them if they want a 5% discount, they can use code capital J.
Give me a second. Capital. Let me make this look pretty here. A capital J.
Yep.
Okay,
9.
J9. Yep.
Capital R. Lowercase p. Capital C.
Oh, you threw me off there. You went case sensitive. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, we're working with the Germans on that
one. Gotcha. German engineering. Okay. So there's a promo code. What's that get people? Like 5% off for life or something, or the first month, or?
Yeah, 5% discount. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so guys, check it out, Feel Estate. I appreciate everybody who stuck around and watched this. Again, share this. I just want to see what the analytics look like, see how viral this can go. I'm starting it on my own personal profile. Brendan, you'll share it on yours, right?
Yes, sure will.
Feel free to ask any comments below the live stream on Facebook. Feel free to reach out to Brendan. And anybody who wants the replay, just say replay below, and I'll try to get you a raw file. I'll just private message you through Facebook, the replay. Thank you, Brendan. This went pretty smooth, actually, considering all the tech stuff.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I really appreciate the opportunity, Ryan. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and talk soon.
Take care. Bye.
Now, how do I turn it off? Here we go. Stop streaming.